I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is October 23rd, Thursday, 2025. Hope you had a good day today. So like we talked about it yesterday, Pam, I gave you two options. Either this was going to be a retracement to sell back down lower, or we were going to come back in and then push up. And that's exactly what we did, right? So, I got a little extra yesterday, but I'm going to keep it simple. And this is what the game plan was. So what I do is I have these game plans and then I execute, based off of what the ideas are running into. So, I mean, obviously, but the thing is that, I have to get into more detail here, but I'm gonna run through it. So here again, this is for the new traders. I'm not going to be showing my trades all the time. I'm only going to do it now because there's some new traders, and that's as simple as I've been doing this for years. I've been doing it for free here as well. People who know, been following, they know. So I've been doing this, calling this shit the day before. But where's the signs on the wall today? If you take a look at this bottom left 15-minute. See, we have a low here. We pop up. We take out the Asia high and we take out the Asia low, right? So right now we are in a situation where we don't have a clear bias, but this type of price action is a classic buy day in this format, meaning you would like for it to kind of go like this and then come down for London and then push up for New York. That's the most classic buy day, right? But this is also another profile of a classic buy day. So we had the tip here of taking out that low. So the thing is that I don't have a clear direction yet, right? We get this funky ass price action. Did I just skip over this? I shouldn't have skipped over this. So we had dipped down into the -2 to 2.5 that I had projected. We took out that guy right there. See that guy right there, liquidity? And I said, you're going to want to, generally speaking, when we're pushing up after a big retracement. The thing is, when I said this, is this a reversal type of thing, right? It's not likely. Why am I leaning towards the idea that I took for being bullish? Because we're bullish, number one. Number two, we were on an oversold. That's another side point. But generally, you'll see, why do you think I drew it this way? Because generally, we'll get a low, we'll pop up. We'll pop up and then we'll make a higher low and then we'll push back up. That's exactly what we did. I don't know exactly where it's going to stop, but I'm giving you the general idea, right? So that's what it is, right? You got one drive, two drives, three drives, and then retracing back a couple drives or whatever, right? So, and then the gap here, this old weak gap was holding price action, right? But I have the projection. I did the projection here on this 1 hour here. You can see -1 to 1.5 right here, in between 1 and 1.5. You have yesterday's PM session, AM session, imbalance. You have the breakout levels when we were breaking through here. It was pretty easy to sell this, right? So I have that. You're going to say, why didn't you put this projection yesterday? Because you got to do the work. Ain't nobody going to hold your fucking hand, dude. So you got to do the work. You got to mark your chart, and you're never going to learn if you don't do this on your own with your own chart time. Period. Right? So okay, so there's a projection. You should have done this already. Have you? That's the question you should ask yourself. Okay, so I have that, and I have the projection here on the lower time frame, and I'll get into this. But look at the swings. So this is why I said yesterday this is probably the great buy right here, because of the fact that it's that low. We had a retracement in my video yesterday. What is it titled? Still retracing, right? Classic sell day, expansion next. So I'm already in favor for this price action. I mean, you can't make it up. I'm telling you the fucking day before. But point is that see the swing here? So this candle here, this 1, 2, 3, candle 2, this the second one, it closes in. So that it supports expansion. Candle 3 here dips in and pushes off. Candle 4 pushes up. Okay, we get this little low here and they take it out. If it was a news day, it would have been different, but they already took it out. And it wasn't a news day. And tomorrow's CPI, it's going to fucking bust through this. It's going to bust through for sure. But I'm assuming, but same thing situation here. Take a look. Where's your next swing? Well, you're like, oh, there's a swing. Well, you might be in a consolidation state and they raid. Where's your next swing looking? Okay, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. All right. So candle 2 of that. Okay, this shouldn't even be on this time frame. Well, you can see how we're in the 3.5 to 4 now. See how perfect it was. And I was gonna hold for it, but let me take this off because this is kind of ugly right now. Candle 3, 9 o'clock, crosses over. It closes above these consecutive down candles. That's a change in delivery. What does it do? 10 o'clock comes. This is a 10 o'clock play. Comes down and comes inside. I don't have all of it drawn, but pretty much respects that 9 o'clock, 50% of the candle, but hits it to the tick where the midnight level is, which is beautiful. Now that I've mentioned all that, you expect this classic buy day to consistently push up. So what does it look like? I'm already knowing. So this dirty ass shit right here, this made me say, oh, well, hold on. Because, but they did it dirty. They didn't take this low out. And when it shifts, you do want to see a high and then a higher low. But this came really deep, right? So I stayed out of the market, even though I saw this. And I could have bought this. I was like, no, I am not confident in anything yet. We need a closure back above. Then 930 is here, okay? 930 opens up and 931 wicks, slams that gap perfectly. I'm like, oh, this is most likely going to be bullish, but I am not also chasing price. We get the first imbalance here. We don't even tap it. That's how bullish it is. Okay, fine. Guess what? We're above the week open in the purple. We've been below it, under it, below it. Okay, cool. Right? I'm understanding the expansion happening like on the hourly time frame, right? And what am I doing here? It's pushing up. I'm not chasing price. This is what I do, and I call this the catching the 10 o'clock 4-hour candle. The 4-hour candle opens up right here. Okay. And if it's a wick, it needs to come down. It's a retracement. This is the first and only, well, not only, this is the first real retracement of the day. Why? We had pushed right through. You thought you were missing the move. No. See when we come out this breakout level right here, right? We push up and we're above. Then you in the retracement of the fucking 4-hour 10 o'clock candle, I'm expecting it to retrace back. Where in this price action from 930 is liquidity that they're most likely going to take? Look at this. From the 930 specific level to that high. Where is liquidity, you think? Right there. This guy right here. See that? Takes it up. This is a 1-minute imbalance, but it's actually a 5-minute imbalance. So I'm using that. I'm going to go to it. Okay. That's that 5-minute imbalance right there. So when this pushes off strong, okay, when we break this high, people are now momentum buying. They might not know yet what's going on, but as soon as it's passing here, they're pushing buy. Okay. So where is an imbalance and a discount here? That one. I have it. I could have highlighted the 5-minute, but I've highlighted the 1-minute. Do I need to highlight it? I'm not going to do it. So anyways, we push down and we come to the midnight level specifically. I have this projection of this leg from this low to this high. Why? Because this break structure comes back and it is the last down move. Then it pushes up. So I'm measuring this swing 1 to 1.5 here, 2 to 2.5 here, 3.5 to 4 here. Okay. So when we come into the 2 to 2.5, I expect a retracement. Where? Back into the 1 and 1.5. Where? You might say, oh, what about this imbalance? Didn't hold. Look where the -1 is. That's mathematics. It's perfect. It comes to the -1 and that midnight level coupled with that. And you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. But just so you know, look at the 75%. I talked about this range all since 2 weeks ago. We're 75% right there. 0.85 and 3/4. Look to the right. Look to the right. Look to the right while I'm moving this. Look on the 1 minute chart. You see it? Uh-oh. That means we came above the 75 over here from 2 weeks ago. And then we came and bounced on it. Look at that. Look at that. Look to the right. The midnight level is exactly the same. You can't make that shit up. Right? Fucking beautiful. My dude. This is as good as it gets. So I get the retracement, right? You get the high, higher, low, high, higher, low, high, break, retrace, break, retrace, break. So this is like, I don't usually count when it's a break, the drives, but you could just say this is drive 1, retrace, drive 2, retrace, drive 3, and then a last push real quick. See how it raised it? We're already inside that 1 minute. If you don't count it like that, you could just say it's 2 drives, 3 drives, but 1, retrace, 2, retrace, and then boom, that's your little third. I understand that and the price action and everything I just told you about. I get in. Beautiful holes. If this had failed, it would have maybe came to this area here. Why? Because they knew people were pushing buy as soon as it bounced above the opening week gap. Because now it's a bullish weak candle. As soon as it crosses this level, right? But I'm sorry, it was a gap, right? Whatever. The point is that if it had came back into here, I would have probably bought it again. But it's a necessary. Why? Because the profile is bullish and it's ready to roll. Look on the 15-minute. Also, you can see that there's pretty much like no wick right there on that 15-minute candle. You see that? So we dip right in. See that right there? See how it just literally opens and just takes off? That's where I'm at. That's what I'm looking at right here. And that's how I get in. Anyway, so what am I doing here? Well, this is push up 1. This is push up 2. All of these highs here. And then the real retrace. See how they induce liquidity? We have a closure here above these consecutive down candles. You want to see down candles support price when you're pushing up. You want to see up candles support price when you're pushing down, right? So anyways, we're coming in. We rate it. We come right into this first into this imbalance right here beautifully, right? And we take off. We come in. We have this imbalance right here. And then I'm looking for, okay, so sell 1. This is buy 1. Buy 1 right here, retrace. Buy 2, retrace. Now I'm trying to buy 3. And the thing is that the new 1 hour candle is kicking in. And I was just frankly just done fucking with these people, right? But look to the left of your chart. What am I actually doing? I'm wiping out all this liquidity to the left when we sold from yesterday. What are the key levels you see here? Well, you see that -1 that I projected. Number 1. Number 2, I have that first imbalance there. Number 3, I have the settlement. See that? See how when it broke? We retested the bottom of that. If you remember yesterday, that little swing right there, the little high right there. No, it's not a swing, but it's a little liquidity level right there, that high. It's the same level as that settlement. I have the opening gap of yesterday, right? I have this 1 standard deviation up, and I have this 3.5 to 4. Now I was like, dude, just hold it to the 3.5 to 4 because you know what's going up there. And I said, no, I'm good. I'm tired. I am content. And swear to God. Okay, so anyways, this is just fire. Before I move forward, so I get out, man, and take a look, dude. And I was like, bro. I was like, and I knew this was gonna happen. This is how good good you can get when you've studied price action so much. I get out right here. This guy right here. See this? See this guy right here? All right. See this guy right here? You can see this, right? So what does it do? I get out right there, and it immediately shoots down. And guess what? The whole time it's coming down. I'm done, but I knew it wasn't coming anywhere here. It's a classic buy day. Look at it, right? If you look at the low here at 933, the average daily range is going to be about 450 points. So pushing up here, if that was, let's just say that was 930, whatever, 940. So 100 points would be 40, 25,040. Another 100 points would be 25,140. Another 100 points would be 25,240. Okay? So as a low-hanging fruit, do you see where I'm at? 240? That's 300 points from that low to the high here. Now, I'm not saying it couldn't go any higher, which it did, right? But I'm just giving you an understanding of how to attack, right? Because does that 100 points come down here, or does it come above here, right? Anyways, I'm letting you know right now, when I got out right here and it dropped into here, I knew this was another buy. It came fast, quickly, thinking, and then it hit to an oversold. I was an overbought right here when I decided to get out. So I'm fucking done. But it shot down here, right? And I was like, this is another buy. Buy it because it's going to push up for another leg. Sure enough, it did. How'd they do it though? Dirty. They popped up here. They squeezed anyone trying to sell. Then they brought it back. They didn't make a new high. Then they brought it back down to squeeze out buyers and then freak you out, right? But in the whole time, they were intending to hold, to keep the buyer in. All right? Beautiful. Come into that rejection wick right there. See that? I'm not even going to draw it. And then, boop, shoots up. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? 3.5 to 4. Beautifully. Look at the high of the day as of now, right? Look where the high is. Damn near 50% of this area. All right, look at the negative, look at the positive standard deviation right there to the right. All right, see that? Look, if I even quad this, not quad it, but do 50% of it. I'm just ballparking here. See that high right there? See how we tagged right there? See that? Game. Giving you super game. But anyways, and for free. But this was that next buy, and I knew it. And I still didn't take it. Why? Because I'm content. I ain't fucking with them. I'm good. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. But also, when I'm taking this buy, I'm telling myself I'm going to want to hold this for the later part of the day. Look at this next candle, the 4-hour candle that I'm buying, that I'm holding on. Remember, we had a 4-hour candle here. We had that back to the swing I was telling you about here. I was buying that 10 o'clock retrace of the wick of the 4-hour candle. Look here. That was this candle, and it pushed up and closed right here. Look at the 2 o'clock candle. Where did the 2 o'clock candle opened up and it's been fucking around? That's why I'm done with them. I'm good. Got out right here. It's all good. But that's the logic. So if you look at the 4-hour, the point of my conversation is that I'm a part of that 10 o'clock expansion candle, because I have this 2 a.m., I have this 6 a.m., and I have this 10 a.m. So we already had a willingness to show that this expansion, and when this 4-hour candle crosses over, it is supporting expansion of a swing. So that's candle 2. Very simple. Candle 3 right here is going to pull back, came back into these down candles. Perfect. That's fine. And then I want to see it expand. That's it. That was the swing on the 4-hour. So to answer your question, you had a 1-hour swing here and a 1-hour swing here. That one took that one out. Look at the 4-hour. Obviously, you know the higher time frames trump. Do you see a swing here yet? Nope. Then it's pulling back. So now you could be apart. Now, I could have bought it from here. I played it safe today. I could have fucking bought it here. This was actually not hard to do, especially when it bounced right there. But I said, nope. Let me see it go above here and get a retrace, and for the 10 o'clock. And dude, it just fucking worked beautifully. So that's a logic. What I'm showing you is super fire. Okay? And then just coming up to squeeze here. What else can someone say? I don't know. But whatever. Dollar pushed back up here. Is this going to be the end of the road for it, or is it going to break through? We'll see. You would want to see dollar come back more down for this gap if it's going to have us support up, generally speaking. And then VIX here. The other tidbit that was easy for me to catch this trade is take a look at the structure here on the VIX for a second. I'm not, forget all the shit to the left. Just look at this right here. Right here, this is where 930 is. So 930 is pushing up. I'm sorry, 930 VIX is pushing down while we're pushing up. Then it retraces back here. Look at this is structure. Forget the RSI. Just so you know, fuck the RSI. But in general speaking, this is a break. Break, that's shift one. Look at the resistance here. Does it go? No. Does it come back? Yeah. Does it come down? Yes. Then it comes back up. You have this imbalance here, right? At this time, 1018 and 1022, this is a 2-minute chart. Right here is where I take that buy. Because what? I expect the VIX to keep coming down. Why? Look to the left. See this? Look, see this right here? See this trend line phantom right here? We're coming down to get them. Notice how I get out right here. Why? Because we just swept that. I don't know what's going to happen, just in case, but I have the other confluences, which is the daily profile and all that shit, right? So all right, no divergence work here. That's fine. We didn't need it. And then here there was one where Dow took that low out here, and then we had higher lows right there. Right? See that? See that low right there? And this is why I don't fucking trade Dow, right? Because I don't want it to come deep on me like that if I'm buying. What the fuck? So just in general speaking, conversation. But all right, so Dow pushed back up for a whatever day. They're sitting in that daily imbalance there. I don't want to mark up these charts because I'll just be here forever. But you can see here, look at the fire coming at 50%. Why is it not on? Just whatever, right? And you can see us pretty much holding there, right? So in the tag in the 50%, there's an old weak gap and then upper quadrant, but that's just whatever. And then you can see here, shakeout right there. See that? Imagine if you bought there, came all the way back on you. Oh, you still buy because we're bullish, but just fucking ugly, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why I don't trade down. And then, anyways, S&P, they pushed up, and looks like they're about to run right for this shit, right? So again, they pulled it back here for the late buyers. I mean, so we're pushing up here. We're inside that daily imbalance right there. All right, yes, we came outside the line. That's fine, but bodies are up here, and I've been saying this the whole week. I said I want to see Monday and Tuesday. I'm sorry, I want to see Tuesday and Wednesday dip back in. And then what did I say? Very clearly, I said Thursday and Friday will resume. So far, that's happening. Thursday is resuming, and we're here, and we're closing up high. You notice how we're closing up high? That's why I wanted to hold for the end of the day, but I didn't need to. I was done at 1, and it's like fucking prices at the same spot. Not a big deal. But anyways, and then you have that 3.5 to 4, dude. Look right there. Come on, this shit is perfect. Can't do any better than this, dude. So now moving forward, also Nvidia. So they pushed back up as well. So they didn't have bodies here, but they put one here, put some here on these candles here with this gap. All right, and then they have now an up candle. I know this is only a 4-hour, but we don't have any we don't have any bearish bodies here, which is we'll see if it's stagnant. But we want to see some expansion here. The week is pretty much done for me, just so you know. So I don't really care what happens next. But and then S&P, I didn't go over this. Look how small opening range gap for them, right? And they came all the way back to them, right? They came all the way back. So it was same idea, same logically, same idea. Push up, retrace back. So again, I understood where the other assets were. So we just so this high right here, just look to the right. You know, it's a breakout level. They came deeper. Okay, they came deeper in here, and then they came the deepest. Right, that's why I don't fuck with Dow. This was fine, right? But and then this is why I took the buy. I'm looking at what's that? Where is that imbalance here? Notice it's like there's not even a wick on that 5 minute candle. You see that? So go back to this, and well, there is one here, but it's like very small, and that's fine. We knew we were gonna blow past that, but coming into 2 to 2.5 and retracing back to the 1.5 is a very kosher situation, and that's where I'm looking for that buy, right? So X marks the spot, and then the 1 minute, and I refined it. And the midnight level was there. That really just, for me, it just made it so easier. So I'm in the upper quadrant. If I quad this imbalance, okay, where am I? If you have been watching the last videos, I've been saying, even the one I made on Saturday for the past week, if I'm bullish, I want to see it respect the top quadrant. Look. You see that? Should I zoom in for you? I don't have that marked. I can see it. All right. Super fire. Look how it tags that top 25%. All right. And look at. Someone was waiting for it to hit here. Nope. I just needed that rate and it immediately took off. But and that midnight level coupled. So look, it's not random. Just so you know, I'm not fucking, just talking here for fun. But anyways, beautiful day. If you understood that, right? And then speaking for tomorrow. Now the daily candle. Before I go here, no. I forgot to tell you the other reason why. I'm gonna tell you another reason why I wasn't shitting bricks when it was coming down here. Look at this. Come on, man. Look at here. So, look how at the 50% of that daily imbalance, it's not done. We're not done using it. All right. It pops up. Gaps right to it, pops up, and it comes right back in. Misses it by like a tick or two. How many? What's the low of this? 119.5. And what's the center here? A point. I think it's even less than that, but whatever. You see that? Came right to the boom. And then up here, look at that. Look at the body sitting right here. See that? Takes off. That's why I knew this was another buy. And I didn't take it. And you might think to myself, I might sound like I'm mad or something. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? But no. Content, good, walk away. It is what it is. So, what was I about to say right now? This other daily here. Did I? I deleted that, and then you don't need it. But that 75 level was fire up there. Let me just do this. All right. And this is definitely how I make videos long. Let's just do this with the gap. So, okay, I know you're like, dude, this is too much. I'm deleting this. Let me just delete this. So you understand. We came in, And no, we didn't hit the 50, and that's fine. That's not the big deal, but pretty much respecting the upper quadrant. Now I'm going to delete this. What else could you have done? You can measure this yesterday's wick. Okay, because we're in that. The algorithm is referencing these things. Okay. All right. And then, nope, didn't hit the 50. It's respecting that. That's to show you. The whole point of me doing it is to show you that we're most likely going to expand up. Forget the basic retail understanding of, or logic of, this is an expansion, that's a retrace, then another expansion. I mean, keeping it simple is great. So, but this is the understanding. Yeah, sweeping that low right there, but that 4-hour swing was what mattered. So just fire, man. Just fire, dude. I don't know what else I could say. Passing these consecutive down candles. So where we're gonna go from here, we came to the 1 on 1.5. Now I'm expecting the 2 to 2.5 and sweep this liquidity pool, and we're on our way. So what are the options for Friday? General speaking, with this kind of closing up like this, what do you think the candle's going to do? It's going to fucking go straight up, right? Hopefully Asia and London don't fucking steal it from us, but again, that's why I really don't care. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to draw it here. Now, looking at the seasonal data, today's only the 23rd, so it might be a little delayed. Or, I'm sorry, not delayed, maybe a little early. So then we'll see, a high, Friday will generally make the high of the week in a bullish week. So I'm expecting, I don't even know how I could, draw this any different. Oh, shit, what the hell? I made a video long, didn't I? So, whatever, whatever. Baby, that's it. There's nothing else I can tell you here. And we'll discuss the rest later. But even if it might not even pull back, it might even just go straight up. I don't know, but whatever. But and look at the 1 hour candles, by the way. See how they came back in? That was the 10 o'clock. It closes. The 11 o'clock opened, dips back in. We're, a little bit below the 50%. Got that breakout level of that swing high right there. See how it comes in? And then it closes up. I'm expecting the next candle to be bullish. 12 o'clock opens. Little wick just pushes up and expands. And then that 1 o'clock. When the 1 o'clock came down, okay? When the 1 o'clock opened and it came, I got out right there. Remember? The 1 o'clock came down and it got into this wick a little bit above the open just of the 12 o'clock because it just pushed straight through. Okay, because these are entry methods on this time frame. All right, that's a whole strategy all in itself. That's why I knew I could buy this because I knew it was going to snap back and expand, but I didn't fuck with it. But that's a little bit more tidbit. So, anyways, I'm expecting I'm expecting it to be a bullish candle. We didn't come. We're not all the way up here, bro, to not go through that. So all the people who are sitting here online talking about selling and constantly selling, and it's like, do you see me keeping it simple and saying we're going with the flow, right? We're not fighting that. Also, and if you recall, I remember telling y'all this. Even there's that for the people who've been, forget the new guys because you didn't hear about this, but we came to that half standard deviation there, and then the price action, or I'm sorry, the price levels I was looking at. This is why we immediately rejected, by the way, and we had no body there. But when we're pushing up, the next level is what? I said this weeks and weeks ago. So what was the level? 25,400. We did that basically, 10 points below, whatever. What's after that? 450. Where's 450? See this 1/2 right here? 450. Where's the next level after that? 500. 25,500. Okay, we didn't come all the way up here to not fucking go up. 25,500. What would be the next level after that? 25,750. See, it's on the chart already for you. And then after we swing up for like November in the first week and we make that high, what's the next one? 26,000 even. Right? See this 2 standard deviation right there? So I just gave you the levels and we'll see how we get there. But I'm telling you about real figure numbers, right? No one on the internet is doing that. No one is talking about that. They're still talking about end of the world recession right now and everything's selling off, right? So there's that. Again, so back to this. I made it long? Fuck yeah, I did. Friday. So this closes here. Friday, I want to just see it push up. It could dip in a little bit. Whatever percentage of the body here, we'll see, right? And so up, down, up. So that's a balanced price range right there. Ain't no reason to come deep into this Thursday's daily candle. It really isn't. They've already did a good job here. So I'm just expecting a push up to take out these highs. Now, here is for the Friday trades. This is the low and this is the high of the week currently. Okay? So, depending on Friday, if we push up hard, we might see a nice sell-off. Or two things are going to happen on Friday. Okay, there's only 3 options right now. Okay? Let me just keep it simple. I'm going to move this over. This is the range of the week right now. This is 20 to 40% right here. Okay? So, again, look at that 75. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, son. So, okay, the 3 options. If Friday doesn't make a new high, all right, then we're going to fizzle out and we'll be stuck in this range, most likely. It'll just be stuck. It'll still be a bullish candle, but then they'll save it for Monday or next week. If that does, well, I don't expect that to happen, right? I don't expect that to happen, but we'll see. The main 2 options is what I look at. If Friday pushes up and we make a new high, let's just say it comes, what's going on here? Why did it get so big like that? So we're going to push through that. You probably see an expansion there. All right, let's just go with this. Let's just say the candle opens up, it pushes up. Friday's either going to do 2 things from there. It's either going to close strong above, which it should, because this is, pretty obvious. I'm expecting another, let me draw this again. The flow I'm looking for is pushing up, okay, for the month. This is like for the rest of the month I'm talking about here, okay? Whatever. All right, this is for the rest of the month. So let's just say right now that, Friday does this and then it sells off. Comes back to maybe the breakout level, which is the all-time high that we haven't busted through yet. And we come into a 20% here, somewhere in here. So either Friday's going to close strong and stay a high candle, or it's going to come up and then it's going to retrace back into, 20% here. And then just settle for the wick of the week. Right? I'm just totally fucking guessing here. We'll see what happens tomorrow. You guys take care. God bless.